The tech is so advanced, they probably walk in your room now. Do a live podcast.
I do remember the last time we did it. We did the text form for Travis and Dylan's session, and it was really focused on your glove, Dylan. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's pretty cool, I guess. You know.
Okay. An intro.
Well,
slowly kicking me up with Alvin's music lore in the chat.
Yeah.
oh yeah. I mean, it's Travis's decision if he's gonna feel lost, I guess.
I'll see what I can do for him. You got any gifts for this one, Trey? Or
Oh, do I have any gifts for this song?
yeah,
That was amazing. When's the anime coming out?
I did look into AI animation, and a little rough out there, but do what we can.
You just have to animate it frame by frame with AI.
Yeah. You're not too far off. All right. So, as we pick up in the observatory, Elmaril. In the somewhat quietness that has filled the room as you are catching your breath after what just transpired, you feel from the gym that you have this surge that you've felt before when crossing planes, and you felt it right before that portal opened and this toad-like warrior stepped through. The gym grows hot and it burns your hand, and you can feel this wild surge kind of coursing through it. But it doesn't seem like it's calmed down as it has in the past. You can feel this surge almost kind of coursing through your body like electricity, starting from your fingertips, washing over your arm and through the rest of your body. Your vision begins to warp. Not in the way of blindness or dizziness, but as if reality itself is folding outward. You're still aware of what is happening in the room, but it's almost as if whatever is happening to your vision is being layered on top of it. The sound begins to vanish and the air becomes impossibly still. But you feel your body almost as if it's suspended. And as this layered vision creeps in, you see a field of starlight. The gem in your hand pulses once, twice. And on the third pulse, a brilliant arc of energy explodes from it, blinding you in white. When your vision clears, You find yourself standing in a vast cosmic void. Floating islands of stone drift lazily through space, connected by glowing threads of violet and gold. In the distance, you see a mountain made of crystal, jagged and hollow, its heart fractured like broken glass. Its center, a single shard floats, pulsing with the same rhythmic energy. A voice like layered whispers echoes in reverse, speaking directly into your mind. You are the vessel, not the master. The weave stirs because the seal is broken. The bound flame weeps, and the vaults of origin tremble. Do you remember the Song of Unity? No. But you will. The vision shifts. You now stand in a long-forgotten dwarven chamber. A familiar one from your youth. But older and decayed and heavy with dust and time. At the heart of the shrine lies the remnants of an amulet. Except now it is whole. Not forged, but grown. As if it were a crystalline bloom waiting to be plucked. It glows in harmony with the gem in your hand, drawing threads of wild energy toward it like vines of pure chaos. The whispers continue. What you hold is no mere gemstone. It is a seed, the last spark of a star that dreamed of forging order from chaos. You carry its burden and its promise. To bind the weave, to mend the fracture, or to let it all fall to ash. The ground beneath your feet begins to disintegrate into stardust. The floating threads of light tear away from your limbs as your consciousness is yanked back into the material plane. Your heart pounding, your breath ragged, the gem warm in your palm. A faint rune now glows within its core, slowly pulsing with a deep amber light, as though it too has awakened.
I'm just kind of stunned. I don't really like say anything. I'm not sure if what I'm experiencing is real or not.
The rest of you in the room now catching your breath from the remnants of this battle a moment ago, this foe being much stronger than what you have encountered so far. That is where we pick up. What would you guys like to do?
Did Elmeril actually float?
to us.
No, Elmaril just seems to be paying attention to you all, and just kind of this is happening simultaneously.
Mhm.
So you don't notice anything out of the ordinary for Elmaril to start out. Go ahead and make a perception check, excuse me, insight. Elmaril is, seems to be kind of paying attention to the aftermath of the fight. But over the course of a few minutes, you start to notice him disassociate a little bit from what everyone else is doing. But while that's happening,
Well, holy shit! That guy was the toughest guy I'd done ever fought in my life.
Tell me, are phenomena of that nature considered commonplace in this facility, or should I be more alarmed than I currently am?
That was a first. Didn't really, I haven't seen anything like that. That guy was incredible. We're lucky we got out of that alive. I mean, if that was one-on-one.
You're telling me.
You're telling me.
Oh man.
You're telling us.
I only have one sword hit, but it is just like impaled.
Oh, and it's like when he hits you, it didn't hurt. It just hurt your body. It like hurt your head too.
That was a Gith Yankee. A silver armored raider who sailed between worlds. But their presence outside the astral is rarely a casual matter.
Well, hopefully they ain't coming here to participate in the games.
You think he was capable of bringing himself, Raven?
I don't really know. Other than that, my knowledge is pretty limited.
Well, he seemed to know a lot about what was going on already.
after a couple moments of discussing Zegruk, you notice that Elmaril seems to be just kind of staring off, for lack of better words, staring off into space. Just seems to be kind of, stonewalled and maybe in shock. You're not really sure, but
I'm starting to go sit down because I need to sit down or I'm gonna drop down. And I pass him and Elmaril, are you with us, friend?
I think so.
Are you hurt? Do you need some assistance?
No, I'm not hurt. Uh, I look down at the gem
That
and I
that
yeah
sorry, go ahead.
show it to the group.
Seem to be rather active.
Is that a different color?
Yeah, yeah, that's new. Uh, did no one else see the light?
I mean, I took a pretty good wallop, but I did not see any lights.
Numerous sources of light in this chamber.
It seems our Varen is reacting.
And the catalyst.
Another
Is this-
piece.
Point at the gym.
Tell me, young man, where did you find that?
Found it in a cave somewhere.
I need you to be more specific. Here, as he unfolds a map, kind of sitting on the table. Why don't you show me exactly where you found it? And to give you all a better visual,
Oh. You
I
ring.
point,
Wow.
I point to Cassis. I've heard of that.
Oh, that's sick.
It's hey, nice map, sir.
thank you. I finished it up a while ago and
Oh, yeah.
been waiting to show it to you guys.
Doink.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Come on, baby, a
Very
little for me.
interesting. Elmaril, you notice where you're pointing. There happens to be a little X on the map. You, my young friend, have possibly found another piece of the Varen.
But it's. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what that is. I've maybe heard a little bit, but.
Well, I explained what the Varen was last session, so if you weren't paying attention, that's on you.
That is on me.
Tell me, young man, are you familiar with the Heart of Moradin?
Can I make a history check?
Sure, go for it. I'll give you advantage. You're a little studious when it comes to lost artifacts. Nice. Well, you are actually very familiar with what the Heart of Moradin is. In fact, it is the very reason why you have your power. And the same reason why you wear that glove that you wear.
I am very familiar with the Heart of Moradin.
For those that are unaware of such things, the Heart of Moradin was believed to be a lost artifact created by dwarven clans from the Age of Arcanum. Now, what they would use it for was to harness and stabilize the chaotic energy that seeps from the weave. But there are twofold with this. The first, they were trying to uncover a secret layer of magic intertwined within the weave. The other, for those such as the seekers of Ver Taylor. We believe that those stories have more to them.
Yes, well, for those that don't know, Moradin is, well, he's the god of the dwarves, and it's believed that to them that he, helped create this amulet, so to speak, and thus it was named after Moradin. However, we are, of the belief, being the seekers of Ver Taylor, that this was possibly, part of Ver Taylor itself. And they use parts of Ver Taylor in the amulet itself. I believe, young man, if I may, I say, sorry, we're about the same age, but my friend here, I believe you would know that gem to be called the Terrorlight, correct?
That is correct.
That's perfectly fine. There have been many names given to Ver Taylor and Varanite pieces throughout the history of Garandel. Terrorlight just happened to be one of the names given to it. But it seems you have come across a more stable version of Ver Taylor.
Yeah. Pretty stable, if you don't account for the light, the bright light, and the vision.
Well, yeah, there could be. The possibility of all kinds of different, things. With you coming in contact with it, of course, there's, it's not going to be 100% foolproof. But at least you're not turning into dust or growing an extra limb. You don't have any extra limbs, do you?
No, I'm fully here.
Oh, I forgot we saw that guy just turn to dust.
Well, yes, from the train.
Yeah. Such a pity. So, does that mean what you have is also a shard of the same nature?
Well, if they are from Ver Taylor itself, then somewhat. It is believed that through the heart of Moradin that they were able to encase parts of Ver Taylor into what they would call the Terrorlights, and they were able to put these pieces together to form the heart of Moradin. And that's legend is that eventually that the chaos that came from the heart of Moradin and the chaos from the weave separated pieces of the Terrorlights, and that's it's been something we've been studying. And I was actually when you all met me, I was doing some studies on a possible part of where it might be.
Were you coming
Well,
from the Cassis regions?
No, I was actually coming from the Bramble Mantle Forest.
Well, that's my
here.
home.
Let me show you. So as you all kind of start to take a closer look at the map, you notice that there are 5 X's across the map. The first one, Elmaril pointed out near Cassis in the Ganis Fields. Another one at the city of Rulin. One at the Bramble Mantle Forest. Another one in Otmir in Fele. Anyone from the Republic can make a history check on Otmir. And then the final one at Zal Zirith in the Ujabi jungles.
I'm going to go ahead and opt out because I don't think
That's fine.
Anders would know of Othmere.
Um,
I don't think I missed roll that. Sorry, you can disregard my history check.
no, that's fine. So Claudia, you would know Otmir being a part of the Fele country. It's an ancient city. Thought to be not really thought to be, but it is a very dwarven like city. While a good portion of it does sit, above ground, it does have a lot of like dwarven tunnels that kind of connect the bottom parts of the city itself. And then Zalzirith is a city inside the Ujabi jungles, one of the few. While the Republic and Fele have many, cities that kind of span the entire area, as well as smaller cities and towns, the Ujabi jungles does not have many inhabitants, just because of its very volatile nature. The jungles themselves host many different beasts and monsters, and while settlement has been made in the jungles, they still haven't really ventured out too much because it is a very dangerous area.
But these are, going with our studies and with what we know of the heart of Moradin, we believe that there are these fragments separated throughout the continent. And if with what you're telling us is true, then it most certainly does confirm some of our suspicions. Which is why I was also in the Bramble Mantle Forest, but was it was a little hard to be able to venture into the area.
Well, I could take you into the area. That's where I'm from.
Have you been to the Whispering Grove?
The Whispering Grove. Have I?
I would say no.
But no, I don't believe I have.
You would know if you had. As we've pointed out already, that the Vertailor has very volatile reactions to the areas that it infects, and as you've seen it up close and personal with what it can do to humanoid-like creatures, it's even more chaotic when it comes to dealing with nature. It was a little hard to find, but I was able to find it. However, I didn't get very far. You see, Vertailor has definitely taken effect in the forest, and the grove that we believe it to be in has sort of a maze-like quality about it, and it's hard to find, so I'm not surprised that you haven't been there. But once you do find it, if you do make it in, the tales from the Seekers are that no one has ever come back out, whether it's because they've gotten lost in the maze itself or because of what lies within. If anything lies within, we're not exactly sure.
Well, I must tell you, this is one of the easiest sells to me. I love walking through the forest out there. So, should I walk through it eternally, then so be it. But would you like, I don't know, me to do it?
I think we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves here.
Oh, I'm just excited. I do miss home sometimes. I'm sorry.
No, that's perfectly fine. I'm not the one that can make those decisions. Professor? Is that something you all be willing to do? If we were to put you to task, would you be able to find the other 4 missing pieces? And I'm sure for you, young man, as he looks to you, Elmaril, it might even be more beneficial. Tell me, did you ever come across the Heart of Moradin?
At this point, I will remove my glove and show him my palm with the scar.
And just so I don't get it wrong, what does the scar look like?
So it's wait, do I have anything here?
I don't think you ever really gave a description of it.
I don't think I did it. I don't think I did either. Just want to make sure I didn't write something down and say something completely different. No, so the scar, it looks, I don't know, like swear to God, this is not a Harry Potter thing, but it looks like cloud to cloud lightning. You guys ever seen that? Like where it just like
Oh yeah,
Oh,
branches across.
oh yeah.
spider webs through the air. So
Hell yeah.
that
Oh,
it's
that's
just
sweet.
yeah.
Gnarly.
And tell me, has this awoken anything in you? Have you find it difficult to maintain your control of the weave?
If by control you mean I occasionally pass from place to place, plane to plane, then no, I do not have control. I don't know how long I will be with these people.
Just as I suspected. Well, I cannot give you all the details, but I think it would be very beneficial for you in order to gain access to these pieces. In other words, combine them all for yourself.
Would it stop the teleporting?
I cannot give you all the answers, but I can give you a name. If you head to the Scholar's Reach here in the city of Rulin, you'll want to go to the Forge Keeper's Hall. There you will find Master Keegan Orpike. Master Orpike is the keeper of the hall and of its work. He can tell you more. But if my assumptions are correct, not only will you be able to harness your control of the weave, but would even allow some of the chaos to bend to your will. Now, with that being said, if I were to task you all with this, and if I were to seek your patronage, and for you all to come under my employment, would I be able to count on you all to search and find the pieces of Vertaler and bring them to me and to my and to my apprentice so that we may continue our studies?
Well, we can't depart straight away, but I think we can see this objective through in due course.
Yes, as long as my friends still have time to become the dual champions of the games.
Yeah, and I don't know nothing about this here weeb, but I mean, if there's gonna be more of these guys where we're going, then I am totally down for this.
So on that note, might I ask if you're perhaps offering sponsorship for the games?
I am not a member of a house. I have no land or no title. But if part of this partnership shall include sponsorship, I can indeed put you in touch with a house that I am also a patronage to. In fact, he funds everything I do. A word from me and he would more than likely be willing to become your sponsors.
I dare say that would be mighty appropriate. What house we working with here?
That would be the House of Batiatus.
Batiatus. No way.
Have you heard of the man?
I mean,
Look over at Claudia. Like, oh,
who ain't heard of Batiatus? I mean, he's only one of the greatest up-and-comings, of our age. I figured he'd already have a champion picked out, though.
Lentulus is always looking for anyone that can help further him. Say the right words, prove your worth. He would more than likely pick you as a champion if it would benefit him in the long run. Lentulus Batiatus is, if anything, an opportunist.
How might we reach the gentleman or the house, by chance?
Well, I can give you where he lives and I can send word for him.
Well,
At some point, he will probably call for you.
this is good news.
I was worried you were going to say Ulfrith.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, pardon you.
Do you know that? Or were you aware that that was the house that has a lot of activity with Sholfuge?
Ulfrith is not a house within the city of Rulin. Now, they can acquire sponsorship, but I think they're a little tied up with other things.
Well, okay.
So, you come under my employment. I will send word to Badiatus to bend his ear to listen to what you have to say. Of course, excuse me. Of course, sponsorship will not only be on the table, payment will also be made. Why don't we start with this? We believe that there is a fragment here in the city of Rulin.
Well, yes, I see two.
We believe there to be another.
Oh,
If you notice the little X next to the city of Rulin.
yeah, I see X, but I just thought, X. Yes, of course, it's in the laboratory.
The X is on the map to show where we believe they might be. This is for our own scholarship. Well, yes, we do know that there is one in our possession. We believe there to be another. So, if you all are able to find this piece, we will be able to pay you 500 gold. And then we can go from there on the rest of the pieces. Now, I will warn you, each one will be more difficult than the last. Now, with that said, with each fragment, the price will go up. But is this something that we can agree to?
Sure. I have no problem with it.
Yes.
As I mentioned before, I get to travel back near home and possibly show all you my home.
It would be wonderful to see.
I take everyone aside. Yeah, there's 500 gold in there. Aren't we kind of like scraping the barrel as it is?
Well, it would be more than the sum of all we have been paid so far.
Now, that is very true. But, I mean, we also do have the games coming up. And, I mean, we can get a pretty big payout for that. But, also we can get the 500 like earlier and then put that into the betting and get even more money.
Oh,
First of
yeah.
all, this is an undertaking woven with risk and no small amount of discretion. I would imagine there's probably more of those Yankee freaks
Oh, I want to
hiding
fight
out
them.
there.
It was... Can I say it was really weird that he seemed like he knew he was coming over here. Like, he came over here with some intentions.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
we also don't know how one can just hop around like that, so he may know more than what we know. He could have been watching us somehow, some way.
He might not be only one.
We're uncovering unknown truths and handling objects that can twist flesh and turn you to dust.
Speaking of handling objects, can I check out that guy's sword real quick?
Sure, go for it.
I check out his sword.
It's a very nice sword.
Oh. What kind of sword is it?
It's a sword. Hold on one sec.
Is it silver? Does it have a ruby in it? Can she summon a red dragon with it?
Shit, where did I put it? Hold, please. Talk amongst yourselves.
I found a name etched in the side.
No, you didn't.
It says, "Made in China."
Who is this maiden?
Good that you got it now.
Well, clearly the maiden is China.
Should I cast Identify on this sword?
Might not hurt.
We must find more about this China person.
Alright, it'll take me a minute.
But to be honest about payment, this is the kind of thing that operas are literally have been written about. And any
Yeah.
acts that we do would just add to that legend.
There'd be sequels.
I would have done in.
Is that
I don't know. I don't know what's going. You guys are turning into robots.
Just sort of.
okay? Testing.
Testing.
I can hear you both.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Testing.
I think whatever happened has passed.
Hello.
Hello.
I
Strange
can hear you.
disturbances.
I can hear you.
The Varen was reacting again.
Yes, aftershock from that portal.
Big red
I
dragon.
roll-
Ah!
Perception
Oh!
check to see if I see any more Githyanki.
Get the Yankee.
Them there Yankees. Get Yankees.
More reason we called the Republicans. Right,
Thank you. Thank you. And we could still, do that red thing that Raven was talking about, but we can wear red hats.
Yeah.
Oh, with embellishment.
I'd rather impale
along the
myself on
front.
a sword.
Make Ito great again. Safe.
Some
Make
kind of-
Ito safe
yeah.
again.
Now that's a proper message. Woven across the front. Nobody does that. We could be the first.
And there can be like some sort of, I don't know, like forward bill. Like shield your eyes.
Here we go. All right, so
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
so that's what the sword looks like.
Damn.
Jamie, are you casting Identify on it?
Yeah, I didn't know it looked like that. Hell yeah, I'll pop a squat.
Okay, so after the 10 minutes, which we
I'll just
can,
cast it as a
you know,
spell.
okay, cool.
For 1 minute.
So it is just it. There is a magical property to it. It is so it's basically just a magic weapon. So it has a +1 to attacks and damage rolls to it. But so yeah, so just a magic greatsword.
Oh, that thing's sweet.
Great sword.
This thing is pretty cool. I mean, I could
Yeah.
I could use it, but I'd be a little unwieldy.
Well, that thing is the size of me, so I'm certainly out.
Its edge, imbued with a subtle trace of magic, sharpening it. I don't know that you could dull this thing.
Maybe we can sell it.
Did you not sing with this blade, Raven?
Well, no. I have to have an open hand.
Oh,
That thing looks like it weighs heavier than me.
I just got this shield, so I don't want to give that up.
Dang.
I mean, you can technically use a greatsword one-handed.
Can
Isn't
you?
that a strength weapon, though?
Is it a long
yeah.
sword or is it a great sword?
No, it's a greatsword. Sorry, yeah, you're right. I was thinking of a longsword.
Yeah.
Also
if
have-
it was a longsword, that'd be sweet.
Negative strength.
Yes. Or maybe Zed would be able to use it.
Don't
But
he
I
have
am not
don't he have to do like an offhand thing?
I think he likes to use two blades, yes.
Oh, and he done got a sword too from what's his name? I say we should use it for as a bump for cash.
Yes.
Or we could hold on to it in case we find ourselves in the company of larger allies.
Heck, that too.
We could just carry it around for
I-
intimidation
Yeah,
appearances.
I'll just carry it on my back and beat the hell out of people, and just be like, man, if I'm like this, you guys do not want me to take this sword off my back.
That's a good idea. You're fighting with training weights.
It's a very Soul Calibur move. Have a sword, not use it.
Yeah. Ah, what the heck? You know, let's carry it around for a little bit. I'll just carry it on my back. Oh. Whew. It's heavier than it looks.
It's our
Well, so long as
emergency
he is
asset.
here, we should search the rest of him.
Sure, I'll poke around.
You come to find that Githyanki don't really have a need for what you all would consider useful, such as gold and other, little things that keep you guys going. Seems to have just carried the sword on his back, but it's a +1 magical weapon, so
I stand up and look at the Yankee. Oh. He's got nothing on him. No pockets at all. In fact, I might have just touched something I'd rather not speak of.
Oh, you might want to wash your hands.
Ah,
Here, I got you. I'll press the digitate his hands.
thank you kindly. Right, well, aside adjourned.
Oh yes.
Group clap.
Huzzah!
So have you come to a decision?
Yes. We
Right, yeah.
accept this quest.
Apologies for the delay.
Is my shit fucking up again?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I hadn't heard anything past the question.
Yeah, I heard someone get robotic for a second, so I didn't know if we were on another tail. Anyway.
Perfect. Then consider yourself employed. Congratulations. So, are we to start in the city?
Well, I don't see why not.
Most-
It's right here.
Oh, we
Yeah.
didn't start in Zal Zereth.
I bet that is the hardest one, though.
Yeah, because you know the levels, they scale up there.
If you're wanting to start at Zalzirith, you're more than welcome to. You may not. I mean, there is no time limit, of course. But if you were to leave now, you would probably miss the games.
Oh,
I'm
well,
sure if
let's start
we-
with this one then.
If we tried to venture too far, we'd come across a large boulder in our path. We'd only learn how to remove from a skill we learn here 1st.
Mhm. We'd have to teach it to our Pokemon.
Well, then. The information that Nathan will give you will aid in your quest. Nathan, I trust that you will give them the information they need and what they can possibly expect in this first part. Yes, Professor. I'd be more than happy to brief them. Wonderful. In the meantime, I think we need to go back to formula with what we've been doing. So I'm going to get started on that. Of course, Professor. Back to formula.
Yeah, I see I had to slip it in twice.
It seems you would be more upset to go back to formula.
We've done it before. What's one more time?
Oh.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you all. I look forward to our continued partnership. I'll send word to Batiatus right away to hopefully receive you soon within the next few days.
Many thanks.
Gratitude.
Oh,
Very nice.
That's how the fancy people say it.
It's a bit obnoxious,
well.
if you ask me. And also with your
Yeah, it is.
spirit. Whatever it is you all say. All right, goodbye. So as the professor heads out, you are left with Nathan as
Sorry, 1 second. It doesn't matter. Sorry, I was looking for something. Doesn't matter right now. So, well, that went better than expected. Well done, all of you. It seems our paths crossing seem to be bringing upon a little bit more danger in when I first took the job, but I guess that's the risks. So, so I guess we're gonna start in the city. So I guess first things first. So we believe that obviously, the city of Roland has, along with multiple cities around the Republic, have. This is not the first, this isn't the first try of the city. There's been many years of rebuilding, adding on extensions, delays, zoning laws, things like that. And I'm sure you all can guess that most of the cities in the Republic have older parts to them. Well, that would be, correct in assuming, but we also believe that, like most of the major cities in the Republic, there are even older than that parts of the city. The city of Roland is no different. What you all are tasked with at this point, in finding this fragment, would be the Shardspire Cavern. And yep. There we go. Well, this cavern is, we believe, to be partially collapsed in, a long forgotten fragment of the city. It's possible it even existed before Rulin. Possibly part of a fallen dwarven or proto-human civilization. We're not exactly sure. However, the name comes from, it refers to the name Shardspire refers to, kind of jagged crystalline growth, a fragment of the Varen. But it's believed that this fragment erupted in the center of the cavern. So if you're able to find the cavern, then the rest should be pretty straightforward from there. The tricky part is finding the entrance. We've gotten close a few times, but, we have failed in that regard.
Where have you been looking?
Well, we've, looked all over, of course, but not to worry. We do believe that the next step was, searching beneath the Temple of the Twin Flame. In the Hallowed Precinct. Raven, make a history check.
Oh.
You are really on the roll. I hate to interrupt, but that's fantastic.
That's beautiful.
Do you mind if we rest in here, have a little snack? I am close to death.
Yeah, please make yourselves comfortable. Do what you need to do. I'll talk. You all just listen. Raven, the Temple of the Twin Flame is a somewhat divided practice of worship, but it is a from what you have, roll your hit dice if you are regaining hit points. So we'll take this time to take a short rest. Also, at any point, I realize I'm giving you guys a lot of information right now. So at any point you want me to stop and like re go over anything, just let me know, okay? So there is a divide of worship in the Temple of the Twin Flame, but you are a little bit familiar with it, hearing some stories. But while there is a divide, there's also a belief that it is a balance between opposites. In other words, the temple is it is a dedicated worship site to Saloon and to Shar. I mean, do you need me to, I mean, in a natural 20, you pretty much, I mean, you gain the ins and outs of Saloon and Shar being sisters. One, being the moon god, while the other, hold on. But basically, Shar being the goddess of darkness. So basically, one being the goddess of light, one being the goddess of darkness. I mean, how detailed do you want me to get on that?
I mean, that's good. That's good. The Temple of the Twin Flame. I've heard tales. A delicate equilibrium, kind of like an arcane yin and yang.
Right. Essentially. What she just said. So the Temple of the Twin Flame is dedicated to Saloon and Shar, darkness, light.
Under the same roof. Fascinating, really.
You'll learn that a lot of temples around here will share multiple faiths. More the merrier, I guess. Never really been my thing, but that's just up to them, I guess. So, here's the tricky part. We believe that there are some sealed catacombs underneath the temple. So, if you are able to get into the temple, we believe that there is there's essentially two things that you can do. There is being able to decipher a prayer, or there's also, you can perform a ritual. We're not exactly 100% sure what they have down there, but the ritual, we do believe, does kind of involve something to do with light and darkness, sun, moon, different kinds of things. So, but we're not exactly sure. But we suspect that if you are able to get past there, then that would put you into the Shardspire Cavern. Now, like many things, nothing comes, there's no such thing as a free lunch. So once you are past there, we are a little bit in the dark, but we do believe that there will be multiple challenges, as well as possible, defensive mechanisms put in place to keep you away from this shard. But that's what we have to go off of, and that is where we would like to start next.
Well, Andor it was simple for him to enter his temple because that was his religion. Do you think that we would have a problem going into this temple and then accessing their secret catacombs?
Probably.
Getting into the temple, not as much of a problem. Accessing the underneath part of the temple, that would be a little bit more difficult.
We could just pose as devout initiates. Slip in during a ceremony, carry a candle, nod reverently.
Well, that's up to you on how you want to do it. But I mean, I'm just giving you, just giving you the information that you need to know. But that is one way of going about it. The worshippers of Saloon are a bit more lenient on, new people, while the worshippers of Shar are a little bit more. Oh, what's the right word? A little bit more uptight, I guess would be the polite way to say it. But they absolutely cannot know what you are there for. First and foremost, if they find out that you're trying to access the lower parts of their catacombs, then they would not be very pleased. But as it's been stated as well, this is entirely, on the hush hush. No one can know what you're looking for. I mean, we don't need to bust out any NDAs or anything like that, but, discretion is key, obviously.
Sure. So if we get caught and then put in prison or tortured in their temple, then we acted alone, we don't know you, right?
I would deny. I've never seen you guys, never heard of you. Obviously, I'll play it up a little bit if they're like, "Hey, have you heard of these guys called the Collective?" I'm just like, "What? No, that's a stupid name." Just kidding. I love the name.
Hey, have you heard the theme song?
You have a theme song?
They just hired some bards to do it. But
Oh well, you have a residential bard. Why not go ahead, sing it for us?
I plug in my electric guitar.
He's always lugging that thing around.
It's incredible. He's doing 2 vocals at once.
I don't even know what that other language is.
Catacombs.
Okay, so is anyone familiar with, this type of adventuring? Because it sounds like we're going to be, leaving the safety of the city a little bit. Well, in the public eye. And it might, I don't know, we might be down there a little bit longer than a few hours is what I'm feeling.
Well, Claudia, I'm already on a type of adventure like that, so what's adding
Me
another
too.
two?
Oh, no,
Not far away from
no,
it.
I ain't trying to get away from it. I'm just making sure that we get everything in order in case something goes wrong.
Well, we
I
have our
definitely need to pick up
potions.
some food.
And we have a chef. We'll be fine.
I would take the side of caution with your friend there, and definitely stock up if you haven't.
Gotta get dried jerkies. Might be some nuts.
How are we getting in? We could.
I haven't the slightest idea.
We could. Never mind.
No, not
already
no.
gets-
You've already brought
Well,
it
it was gonna
forward.
start with oil barrel.
Oh, please, no.
Oh, really?
Well,
Look,
maybe instead of a barrel, maybe we fabricate a crate marked for ceremonial offering and
I would much rather pretend one of us
Poses.
is dead versus try to bring a crate in. Like,
Well, we could stick it out for a few days. You know, just coming as regular old folk, trying to find meaning in life.
What are you doing with that crate? Oh, we were told to leave it in the catacombs.
You may proceed.
Yeah, we
Whoa,
should scope it out.
It is catacombs, correct? I did not misspeak. That is where they lay to rest.
Yeah, there's dead folk down there. Why
Oh,
they?
that means
Well-
there could be ghosts.
Well, I was thinking
Well,
we
hold
bring
on
in
now.
the dead folk.
If
If
they're
it is not one of us, like Ender suggested, then I don't know. Then we find one under under his breath, or we make one.
I mean, I never really expect this situation to actually come through. However, there is something we could do. And one of us could pretend to be dead.
Say what now?
Oh, well, one of us? We could theoretically be dead. Now, it's not like a permanent thing. Roughly an hour.
I'm not.
But
good
to
at
everyone
pretending.
around, you would be dead.
Well, I'm pretty good
This is-
at performing, but I've been to a few criminal funerals. They usually poke you with things, just to make sure.
And tickle you.
Well,
Like some cleric
You-
stuff.
you see, there's this there's this spell. I'll have to read into it a little more, but it's called Feign Death.
That is a spot-on name for what we need.
Precisely. And by all means, you are dead. No, you can't really be damaged. Nothing can happen to you. Now, if someone were to, let's say, try to enter in your mind and do something in there, that would still work because you're still conscious, but you're dead.
That is scary. But
Is it just
also
like you?
s-
Is it
there's a
just
slight
like you're
weakness.
sleeping?
Yeah, like an hour nap, probably. You may not even notice. Like, I'm sure we've all been knocked unconscious at one point in our life.
Oh, several times.
Usually when you wake up, you don't know what happened and you don't know how long of the time has passed. But I would imagine it's the same thing. I've never had this experience performed on me, so I can't really say.
So, is he suggesting that you put one of us to sleep and have us, our bodies, buried in the catacombs?
I mean, it could be a means of us getting into the catacombs.
There's a minor flaw in that. I doubt they just entomb anyone in their catacombs. You surely have to be someone of some measure of significance or sanctity, or membership.
Well, I don't know exactly what these people worship or who they would put in the catacombs. That's very true, but
Well, I
Well,
mean, technically speaking, sorry to jump in here, but I mean,
No, bring in the ideas, man.
if if you're gonna go this route of someone being dead, do they have to know that they were a worshiper of Shar of Saloon in the city? Maybe they live on the outskirts of the city, and their dying wish was to be buried within the temple.
Someone might have to brush up on their lore in case they start asking questions.
Or
We-
With a natural 20 on the history check, I'll get with Jamie on
Okay. That's
on the lore
Oh,
of
nice.
Saloon and Shar.
See, I was just gonna, if they asked us questions, we just bawl our eyes out and we're unable to answer anything, you know, because
We're so grief stricken.
Yeah.
All they wanted was to be buried here.
give
Please,
us
no
an
further
escort.
questions.
You know what? This actually gives me a chance. My family, we makes caskets, and I gotta say, I can make a pretty mean casket.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
I mean, Claudia, would you happen to have any dirt from a graveyard in your family household?
In my family household, no, that'd have to be in,
Oh,
I
you're
don't
from
probably-
Solange.
yeah.
Or be in the family graveyard.
Oh yeah, definitely in the family graveyard.
I find it funny you're often maker. It seems the stars are aligning for us to realign them. Yeah?
Oh yes. I was thinking I magic up a coffin, but it sounds much better.
You
We
know,
put some.
yeah.
We dress you in your color and the colors of the religion. Put a couple of amulets on you. Make a nice coffin.
Bury me in it.
Yeah, who's dying?
Oh, that is another question, is who wants to die? It obviously cannot be me. I mean,
Should we draw straws?
and another thing is I will need something to help me out with this. According to my father's journal here, I need some graveyard dirt.
Well, that temple is not the place to look for it, but I'm sure there are graveyards in the ruin.
Can't you just conjure up anything?
Oh,
Conjure up specifically graveyard dirt?
can I make graveyard dirt for it to then be used as component?
I mean, we can make our own graveyard dirt if you hear what I'm talking about.
Oh. Is there a little piece of land, perhaps a garden attached to this observatory?
Oh, you could just tell me
Yes,
where the
Daniel?
closest graveyard is. It's not like this needs to be instantaneous. I could just go out and fill up a pouch.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of graveyards around the city.
Well, we have to get rid
Yeah.
of this dead body anyways. I was just thinking we bury it. We make graveyard.
I don't know if that
We
would
take it.
technically be considered hallowed ground, just by simply burying a body. Most graveyards are, blessed and, of that nature. So
Thank you, Nathan. I don't think he quite understood that part.
How can it be hollow if there's dirt underneath it?
we'll explain it later.
No,
Do we have to
Claudia,
explain
hello.
Yeah,
Hello,
hi.
Claudia. No, hello.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not getting this. Move on. Just move past
Claudia,
it.
we'll talk about it over chickens later.
Oh, thank God, because I'm starving.
I'm not one for superstition, but tampering with graveyards and then deceiving our way into a sacred catacomb.
You
like it's-
speak as though you fear the dead.
Well, I feel like it's just inviting some ominous consequences.
Oh, I'm not disgracing a graveyard. I'm just taking some dirt from it. Everybody takes dirt from a graveyard every time you walk across one. You just don't think of it.
You're not supposed to walk across graves.
You know what? I'll
The graveyard, not the graves themselves.
Oh,
The graveyard, not the graves themselves.
Huh.
it can be adjacent.
I see. Okay, I was thinking of this a little more.
I'm
Yeah,
not stealing from someone's grave. I'm just taking some dirt from a graveyard.
You know what? I
maybe
think
not as bad.
if y'all don't mind, I think I'll nominate myself for being put out as the person with the most experience in history with unconsciousness. I think it's most appropriate that I do it. The longest I've been knocked out was for 2 straight days. Yes, sirree.
Well, this will be much more temperamental. It won't be that long.
You'll be building your own coffin.
yeah. That'll be kind of funny, huh? Wait, that's kind of scary.
Don't think of it that way.
Well, you know
Okay,
what?
so-
If I'm making it for me, I'm gonna make it look real nice, and that's just gonna sell it.
So this is plan A. What do we do if it goes wrong? We're rejected.
If it goes wrong, put a submachine gun underneath my bed and drop the spell, and I'll come up spraying.
That does bring off a good point. I don't.
We should scope it out first. What if there's just like a sewer grate right outside the building behind it? We could just pop that sucker off and jump straight in.
You're gonna want to go inside. We've looked.
Shit. What if we buy jackhammers?
What if we just jump down the toilet?
We have not gone the jackhammer route, so up to you.
Make our own hole.
In the story of Plan A, we have a dead friend, but we don't know the religion ourselves. So checking that out could just be going to the temple, asking to be let in, and then speaking with someone about, can we bury someone here? We don't have to bring the body when we are asking them.
It was their dying wish.
Yeah, and that means it's probably best if I don't go.
And then maybe plans beta through delta form from the information we gather.
Yeah. Which, this is fine for me, because finding that Yankee guy, I'm making me really think about the games, and I really need a little bit of time to train.
As do I. This would be a good training experience, though. Get down and dirty in some. What was it? Spires of Shard caverns?
Oh, yeah.
The Shard Spire Cavern. Yes.
But y'all go in there, talk them up, talk about your dead wonderful friend, and we'll get back and figure it out from there.
Give me a chance to. I don't know. I'm just still thinking of what I would need to magic up. If I need to magic up costume, it would give me a chance to see the costume first. Oh, I guess we don't need costume. Only the dead would need costume.
Yeah, maybe just take notes of like their symbol and stuff. Just put a little bit of symbology, and that'll help me too with the casket building.
I think the more we think about it, We are going to start overthinking.
Oh, I haven't. I stopped thinking about this a long time ago. Your friend just died. Wouldn't you be devastated and almost inconsolable? Like,
But some people at the same time can be strong-willed and are able to hold it back to get things done.
this is true, and that just means one of us out of the group has to be strong.
Someone's got to be the mouthpiece.
Precisely, Claudia. Precisely.
Well, I've got the knowledge. I know a lot about this
How's
temple
your
for some
mouth?
reason.
Sometimes,
boat ride.
sometimes things from school just kind of like stick with you, and you don't know why.
The boat ride to the Republic was rather long, eh? Had one book to read over and over.
Well,
Well,
all right.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's up to you all. I just, give you the information. By the way, keep this map. You're probably going to need it for the future.
It goes to our
Oh,
navigator.
Well, I suppose that's me, as y'all have made me look out for quite a bit throughout the past couple days.
Like, you got a pretty strong sense of direction.
I just take the map and put it inside the front cover of my leather journal.
All right. Well, obviously no rush. You might even get a call from Batiatus before you go in. Keep your options open, but best of luck to all of you, and wish you the best. And I can only say goodbye so many times. So good luck.
I thought we already left this place. I'm sorry.
Oh, y'all were short resting and having
That's
the
right.
conversation.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I think that was the strongest hint that he wanted to give.
Well, Nathan, maybe next time we meet, somebody won't die near you.
It's becoming quite frequent.
Oh,
Hey,
Nathan,
Yeah,
before we leave, ever get the distinct feeling that the professor's just like one arcane surge away from completely losing control and going full rampage?
No, why would you suggest that?
I don't know.
Is it the voice? It's probably the voice. The voice comes off a little creepy. But no, he's a good guy. Done a lot for the city, done a lot for this research. I feel like you were going to say something.
He seems like a good man.
Okay.
Hey, guys, can we get some chicken?
I'm dying for some soup and a nice cup of tea. That sounds great.
well, let's go. I
Right,
start to pack up some of my things, and while I'm doing so, I think I am near the table that I put my magical mango down. I'm going to try to steal that as I put up all the food that I had out.
All right, I'd like for you to make a sleight of hand check.
I'd make you a sleight of hand check.
I make you to like a sleight of hand check.
I make it a sleight of hand.
Oh my.
Oh.
It appears Nathan is not as observant as the professor was, as he is like a Baptist greeter at the door, shaking hands with everyone as you all leave. You manage to throw it into your bag.
Palmed it like Michael Jordan. Huh.
All right. But as you all gather your things and leave the observatory, back into the city, you guys are going to lunch, I guess, because this is still in the, early, afternoon at this point, because you guys went there first thing in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we can say that with the, the time it took to get there, all the discussions, the fight, the short rest, we're pushing into the afternoon. So, are you guys heading back to the Ember Hearth?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, back at the Ember Hearth Tavern, you all, Claudia, you get your, chickens, and everyone else.
I step in, I make eye contact with one of the servers, and they already know.
Yeah. It's like going to Waffle House with Wesley Pate.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, your drinks, food brought to you. But in the meantime, is there anything anybody wishes to discuss or continue making plans, or what are you guys doing?
What time of day is it?
It's pushing into the afternoon, so we'll say
Okay.
it's an early lunch, so probably around 11:30 ish.
Oh, okay.
Because you guys went there first thing in the morning, so it's you've had a few hours of travel and everything that transpired at the observatory.
Well, our original plan after this was to look into the clothing quest that we had.
Oh, that's right. Gotta get that there journal back.
Well, I didn't know if we still needed that, as it seemed, Theo, that y'all may have found a possible sponsor.
Yeah, we could bench it for now.
That, by the others, that was the speaker of the game, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, it was.
He is quite a performer. That is a good choice for sponsorship.
Yeah, he's definitely someone that you love or you hate him. But boy, can he speak. And he's made some serious champions over the years too. It is pretty appealing, the idea of going fighting under House Badiatis.
And it sounds like that is sponsorship for both of you?
Well, I hope.
Then that means we have a big favor from a powerful individual we need to think about.
I also wouldn't mind just helping out Lycinia, just to, get in with Lycinia a little bit more.
Oh, we can by all means help them. I just didn't know if that was
You know,
still important.
we can weigh our options. And get a little payment while we're doing it.
Well, then by all means.
So we still interested in this this here dead body situation? This weekend at Claudia's thing?
I mean, Claudia, I'm as down as you are to die, I guess. Would you like to know what the sensation's going to feel like, or do you want it to be surprise?
Ooh. Nah, let's just let it be a surprise. I think like getting knocked out, I'd rather just like not see it coming.
No, alright, fair enough.
Realistically, I'd probably need a couple days work to put a casket together. And that could be good time to stake the place out.
Yes. Pick up on the finishing touches for what you will be putting on the casket.
Yeah.
This is true.
Well then, how about we take care of Lycinia's issue today, or start to, and then look into visiting the temple tomorrow.
Seems as good as a plan as any.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Andrew need to visit a graveyard.
Oh, I figured I could do that at any point. Maybe even this evening.
Maybe at midnight under a full moon.
A nice stroll in the moonlight.
Mm.
I mean, fitting with Saloon being the goddess of the moon. Alrighty. So, you guys are going to be checking in or following up on Lycinia's quest for you guys and investigating Destre. Destre? I can't remember how I pronounce it. I think it was Destre.
I think it was Destre.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Yes.
So, as you all begin to finish up your lunch and begin making your way over to the Seamspire Atelier, Destre's shop. I feel like that's a good stopping point. Before we really get into the weeds of that. And as well as I'm really tired today. So
Was it
enough.
not the Velvet Vice?
You are correct. I think I had it originally as the Seam Spire Atelier, and I was like, that's too much, and then I changed it. Sorry, looking at my notes.
You're good.
Yeah.